Hi, how are you?
Hello, what can I do for you?
I have got this awesome item. My dad's had it laying around the house forever.
Wow,
Like, it's all original. My dad told me it was ZZ Top's.
whoa. This is definitely cool.
Actually, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, yeah.
I think this would look pretty good on me, actually.
I think so, too. I think the rhinestones would bring out your eyes.
Yeah.
I am here at the pawn shop today because I have a suit that Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top owned. The rhinestones are in pristine condition. There's not a single one missing, not a single stain. So I think that this suit is the real deal. I'm hoping to sell the suit for $25,000.
This is pretty cool, ZZ Top. Let me get my boss over here to take a look at it, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Rick!
What's up?
Check this out. This is supposed to be from one of the band members of ZZ Top.
Yeah, Billy Gibbons.
Really?
Yeah.
This is so cool. ZZ Top are rock and roll icons. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s selling out stadiums. The longest running band with the original members. I mean, they've been around for over 50 years with the same three guys. A long time ago, they went from like a band to like iconic band. Okay, I'm impressed. Is this a nudie suit?
It is, yeah. It has the original label inside and everything.
Yeah, here we go. Nudie Rodeo Tailors right here, North Hollywood, California. So there's a guy named Nuta. He was like a tailor. I mean, this was the guy who created the mystique of the rhinestone cowboy. And after World War II, Roy Rogers was popular, all the singing cowboys and everything like that. These Western suits began to getting popular. And over the years, they got more and more and more flamboyant. So every rock star was buying them. And if you were in that industry back then, you weren't nothing unless you had a nudie suit. So how much do you want for this?
So I was thinking $25,000.
Okay, so first off, it's thousands of dollars just for a nudie jacket. You never find them with the pants. And these things were so expensive to begin with. Most guys just got the jacket, they didn't get a full suit. Do you have any paperwork or pictures of Billy Gibbons wearing this?
I don't.
Okay, and that's the determining factor right now. You have something that's just some Billy Bob cowboy wore, or you have a rock and roll icon wore. There's a big difference in prices. I know a guy who will know all about this.
Okay.
If you just hang out for a little bit, I'll go give him a call. He just lives down the street.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
I was gonna be a rock star. I didn't have hair.
Or the talent.
And I was knocking around the house, and Gilligan said that you had something of interest. Holy mackerel. Have mercy.
Oh, my gosh.
How are you?
How are you? Oh, my gosh.
Rick, chum, I think this might be mine. Can I just take one quick look at something?
Sure.
The inside label tells the tale. There it is. The real Nudies Rodeo Tailor label.
Back in the day, was that like the standard costume you guys were wearing was like nudie suits?
He became our costumer through 73, all the way up till 76. And this was costuming at its finest. The nudie suit has kind of come into its own over the years. We became clients with Nudie in 1972. Those suits appear on the cover of ZZ Top's Fandango record. So we've had a long history with these shiny rhinestone suits. It's pretty fun. What you have laid before me brings back a lot of memories.
So when did you buy this?
The last time I laid eyes on this was 1974. I inadvertently misplaced it, left it on an airplane. By the time I realized it was MIA, called the airline, and the cleaning crew had gone in, so I completely thought this had vaporized.
You probably ripped this off a long time ago.
Long ago. And it still looks like it might fit.
So this young lady wants $25,000 for it.
It might be your very lucky day. A garment of this rarity and at this quality, it's not surprising to see a real, genuine nudie go as much as like $50,000.
$50,000?
$50,000 would not be unheard of.
I've changed my offer.
then do you want to buy it back?
Well, I don't want to see it walk out the door. If we could make a deal, Antone's Blues Museum down in Austin, Texas, would graciously accept this for one of their displays.
So, if we're going to go halves on this.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let us give you 40 for it. And we'll get you paid, and then we'll donate it, then we'll get a tax deduction, so it won't cost me as much money.
That's right.
Okay. Do we have a deal?
That's a deal. That's
a
awesome.
deal.
All right,
Thank
sweet.
you so much.
I'll take half, you take half.
Follow Chum right up front, and you'll get the paperwork done.
Okay, great. Thank you so much,
Well,
and thank you.
Thank you, too. You know, I did leave this on an airplane once. I don't think we want to leave it twice.
Yeah, you better grab it. I got it.
All right, here we go.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. What do you have here?
It's a suit owned by Shaqullie O'Neal that outgrew me, and I'm ready to sell it.
Yeah, the suit outgrew you or you shrunk?
Yeah, one of the two. I'm here at the shop today to sell my Shaqullie O'Neal suit. Got it back in 2005, and I collect a little bit of sports memorabilia here and there. I've had it for a couple years. It's been a great conversation piece of the house. Just time to get rid of it.
Let's see here. Well, definitely looks right. I mean, I feel like Shaq's waist was bigger than that, though. Shaq is one of the greatest basketball players of my time period. This is before LeBron, you know, this is in the Kobe era. Shaq was just this massive 7'1" basketball player who had a huge presence on the court. He couldn't really shoot the ball too far away from the rim, but when you're that size, you don't need to.
Yeah, the guy was a beast.
What makes you think it was owned by Shaq?
Well, the labels inside say his name all over.
Let's see here.
It's got a little bit of writing in there. It says Shaq O'Neal.
They do say his name on there, and they're big, but someone could have easily just wrote that right in there. I'm gonna come around and check this out. Wow, it's pretty big here. Let me try it on here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries.
I actually kind of like it.
It fits.
I might get the sleeves hemmed up and wear this thing. I mean, this right here, it's either got to be Shaq's or Paul Bunyan's. What are you looking to do with it?
You know, I'm looking to sell it.
And how much are you looking to get?
$1,000.
All right, I have no idea. If you don't mind, I'd like to call a buddy down to come take a look at it.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I have no problem with an expert coming in today to take a look at my suit. And I think when he comes in, he'll see all the labels and realize that it's real.
Hey, chum.
How you doing?
Good. Good. What do we got here?
Supposedly Shaq's suit. It's custom made. It has a tag inside that says custom made for Shaqullie O'Neal.
This is incredible. It's like a size 100. There are telltale signs that you want to look for, labeling and making sure that it says Shaq's name in there, maybe a year. So if I could take it off the mannequin and check out the labels, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Now, Elevate made a lot of his clothing, so that's a good sign. Here you got exclusively tailored for Shaq O'Neal, and then there should be a label in here. There you go. Yeah, Shaq O'Neal. It doesn't look like anything was fraudulently unstitched, restitched, or removed. Based on all the labeling, I think this is authentic.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
good news.
Yeah.
What kind of price do you think it has?
In a retail market, you're looking at $500.
All right, well, I appreciate it.
You got it. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good
Nice
luck.
meeting
Well, you heard what he said. He thinks it's worth, you know, $500 in a retail setting. With that being said, what are you willing to take for it?
you. You know, I'd probably go 900. I mean, it was, you know, during the year that he won the championship. I think you guys would sell it in a hurry.
I couldn't pay over the value for it.
Yeah, the lowest I'm probably willing to go is $500.
That's still gonna be too much for me because I'm gonna need to be able to make a profit on it.
Gotcha.
It's really cool. It's Shaq's. Appreciate you bringing it
Yeah,
in.
I'll just keep it as a conversation piece. I appreciate it.
Have a good day. Good
Yeah.
luck finding a mannequin to put it on.
Thanks. Unfortunately, we weren't able to come to an agreement today on price. I feel like it's worth a lot more. I'd rather just keep it at the house.
Okay, well, it's pretty obvious what that is. That's a Dale Earnhardt
racing jacket. I mean, the guy was an absolute badass. I know there was an exhibition race in Japan. It wasn't for anything, but his son thought he would be a little cute and give his dad a bump, and his dad spun him out.
Absolutely. I have a 1993 Dale Earnhardt racing suit from the Coca-Cola 600 that they won. A friend of mine gave it to me. He acquired it in 1993 at an invitational-only event. Everybody loves being a fan of Dale Earnhardt. And when Dale Earnhardt died in 2001, it just kind of took the spirit out of it. And I really haven't watched racing since.
It's really cool. You don't get a nickname like the Intimidator for no reason.
That's right.
You know, this guy turned NASCAR into a contact sport. The guy did absolutely crazy things. I mean, I think there's a famous thing he did called the pass in the grass,
Yep.
where he actually drove into the grass and passed somebody or something like that.
Yep.
So, do you know what race the suit's from, or?
That is the 1993 Coca-Cola 600.
He won that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And when he won a race, he retired the suit.
And, you know, there's a bunch of signatures down there. Who's it all signed by?
Well, on here we have Delbert McClinton. You have Dale Earnhardt Sr., Neil Bonnet, and Teresa Earnhardt.
He didn't sign the actual suit himself, did he?
I'm thinking up here, I don't know if that's his signature or not, but it has Earnhardt in the...
Okay. So what are you looking to do with it?
I was looking to sell it, to be honest with you.
Any idea what you want to get, or?
I'm looking somewhere around $100,000.
Okay. To be honest with you, man, I have no idea. I mean, I know people go absolutely nuts over this guy.
Yeah.
But I've never had something like this in here. Do you mind if I have a buddy of mine take a look at it?
I would love to, yeah, absolutely.
All right. You want to give Steve a call?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
This racing suit is really cool, but this guy is asking a lot. I just need Steve to tell me if the combination of the suit and the signatures is worth what this guy's asking for.
Awesome.
You're an Earnhardt fan?
Yeah, of course. I love auto racing. And this guy, Dale Earnhardt Sr., I mean, he's really widely known as the greatest race car driver of all time. The great thing about Dale Earnhardt Sr. is his legacy on racing. He had 76 career wins. He won the Daytona 500. He had this run where he just didn't lose. You know, in auto racing, he was the guy. I mean, you think of the Winston Cup titles, he won 7 of them. Yeah. So, you know, in terms of significance, if you can't have a better racing suit than Dale Earnhardt's.
Okay, so what do you think about the signature?
So he had a beautiful autograph. His signature should look literally just like this in this. Very nice and flowing. We see that here and then here. So there's no doubt about the signature being real, okay? No doubt at all. This is to certify that this Dale Earnhardt GM Goodwrench driving suit is authentic. I like the fact that when I look up here, I see his name written right up here, Earnhardt. Obviously underneath here, you know, it's a jumpsuit, so you have the pants that come in. You know, everything I see here appears absolutely genuine.
Okay, so any idea what it's worth?
So, you know, based on everything I've seen here, you know, I put the value right at about $20,000.
All right, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Chum.
See you later.
Yeah, nice to see you. Take care. Yep.
I know you were asking for $100 grand, man. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You heard my guy. I could probably get 20 for it. That's if I sold it retail. Can I get you to come off that?
About 85 is about the best I could do.
So I can't get you anywhere near 15.
Nah.
Yep. Maybe next time, man. I'm always here if you change your mind, okay?
Brother,
Take
thank
care.
you. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't come to an agreement today and make a deal, and I just couldn't do it. I'll take it back home and hang on the wall, I guess.
This box came for you.
Recently, a repeat customer of ours contacted me about a suit that he owns. Sometimes people just aren't able to come into the shop, so we have them mail us their items. I think this is the Charlie's Angels suit.
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, it's a suit that Drew Barrymore wore during the movie. Open it up.
Awesome. There's a lot of stuff. How about I go grab a mannequin?
All right. Try that one there.
Here, take the jacket.
Okay. All right.
Pretty cool.
I think this is the scene in the movie where she was pretending to be a guy to, like, sneak into a building or something like that.
It was a good movie. It was fun. It was really cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I know when the movie came out in 2000, it was huge. It did, like, $250 million at the box office or something. I mean, that's gnarly, especially for 20 years ago. But it does just kind of look like a normal suit.
For sure. Usually there would be some Hollywood tags in there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, check it out. Yeah, I mean, look, it's from Nordstrom. I mean, it's not like a superhero costume or something she wore on, like, the cover of the movie poster or something. But if it all turns out to be legit, it's got to be worth something, right?
Definitely.
So I'm going to give the guy a call who sent it to us and see what else he can tell me about it and what he's looking to get for it.
All right, Big Hoss, I'm gonna set the box over in the other room.
All right. Hey, Robert, how's it going?
It's going well. How about you?
Good. I'm really excited. We got the package for the suit. So, Drew Barrymore wore it on the set of Charlie's Angels?
Yes, that's what everything about it indicates.
So tell me about it. Where'd you get it?
The suit I've had for about 12 years. It used to belong to my brother, who was quite a collector of movie memorabilia, autographs, and props.
Okay. Give me an idea of what you're looking to get out of this thing.
I'm looking for $1,000.
Okay. You know, you do have the certificate of authenticity here with it, but I'm not really familiar with the COA. And even though you see the picture of her in the suit, I feel like I could just go out and buy one of these suits. I'll tell you what, man, I got a buddy of mine who will be here a little bit later today. Do you mind if I give you a call back?
No, I don't mind at all.
So let me have him take a look at it, and I'll call you back.
Okay, I'll be here.
This is what I got.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was worn by Drew Barrymore on the set of Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. I think she wears this in an undercover sequence. Have you guys looked through the suit at all? And
A little bit, but it just looks like a regular old suit to me.
yeah. Okay, so it's off the rack at Nordstrom's. They do it all the time. They try to save money or time. Oh, look at this. John David Ridge typed Ms. Drew Barrymore. That's a good sign. So what that means is they bought the suit from Nordstrom, and then they probably, you know, tailored it. So right off the bat, it's looking really good. Any more information from the seller on this thing?
Yeah, have a seat. Check this out.
Oh, look at that.
I've never heard of them before.
Oh, yeah. No, I know exactly who these people are. That's great. I mean, after seeing those wonderful labels and after having this, that's the real deal.
So, be all end all, what do you think it's worth?
But I mean, the reality is it's just a suit. When you first think of Charlie's Angels, Drew Barrymore, it's not what I would think of, but it's a great ensemble, and the fact that there's all this great backup, I think, makes the piece even stronger. I'm thinking 800.
I gotcha. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I end up with it.
All right.
Take care.
See you soon.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? So I had my buddy come down and take a look at it. He definitely believes it is from the movie, so I do know it's authentic. He valued it at 800.
He estimated the retail is only 800.
Yes, that's what he said. Are you willing to budge on your price of $1,000, or what are you looking to do?
So maybe 600.
Gonna stretch me on it, I'd go 250.
No, I don't think I want to let it go for 250.
Would you do 3?
375 and we're done.
All right, that sounds good to me, my man. I'll get your information and the check's in the mail, okay?
Hey, sounds good.
Thank you very much, my man. Have a good day.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What is this?
This is a jumpsuit with a matching vest and a pair of boots owned and worn by the godfather of soul, the hardest working man in show business, the late, great James Brown.
He was the hardest working man in show business.
Yes, he was.
It's because when he got on stage, he danced the entire time.
They said they used to have to pour the sweat out of these things.
No, I don't necessarily consider that a plus.
Okay. James Brown's an icon, and I've got something that no one else has. I received this jumpsuit, vest, and boots back in 1988. I'm asking $2,500 for the ensemble, and I won't go any lower than $2,000.
I absolutely love this. James Brown, he was just an incredible guy his entire life. I mean, everything about this guy was absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, his dance moves on stage, all the rock stars in the late 60s were copying stuff he had perfected. James Brown really was the hardest working man in show business. This guy had over 100 singles that made the charts and made almost 50 albums. The guy was an absolute legend. In the 1970s, he was dubbed the Godfather of Soul, and it's easy to see why. And where did you get this?
In 1985, I had the opportunity to interview James Brown.
Okay.
And the man who set up the interview, his name is Mark. Mr. Brown and I got along famously. In 1988, he got in trouble with the law with a high-speed chase. So he called Mark and said, get to the tour bus, get my wardrobe trunks out of there, put them someplace safe. So I'm sitting at work. Mark walks in with the boots and a wardrobe bag with this in it. And he said, Mr. Brown wants you to have these.
The big problem I have here is just looking at this suit. How do you know it's James Brown's? I mean, it doesn't have his name in it.
This is a picture of him wearing this particular jumpsuit. And this is a certificate of authenticity signed by his music director, Holly Ferris. There's JB on the boots.
Could be Justin Bieber's boots.
That is cold-blooded, man.
What do you want to do with it?
I would like to sell it.
And how much would you like for it?
I think $2,500 is fair. Christie's in New York had a big auction of his collection, and one jumpsuit went for $25,000. So I believe that you could get $5,000 for everything.
I mean, I can tell you right now, it's the style of James Brown. I know that. I just want someone to confirm it's James Brown.
Sure.
Okay? And if you don't mind hanging out a little bit, I know a guy who's literally the best in the business. Let me go grab it for you, okay?
Okay. I think it's important that an expert come in, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say.
So what's going on? What do we got?
James Brown jumpsuit and his boots.
There's a couple of things that I want to take a look at. You don't know when he wore this on stage?
No, I don't. I received these in 1988.
Okay, so his career hadn't been doing that good, and then he got revived with the Rocky show, right?
Yes, Rocky IV.
Rocky IV, which was mid-'80s. A lot of the costumes I've seen from that era, they're made of very, very heavy wool. And around the middle, they've got a very thick piece of elastic. And the reason, obviously, for the very thick piece of elastic, he was a little portly.
Okay.
James Brown was always a colorful, a snappy dresser. He always wore his pants tight and high because you wanted to see his feet fly. So what are your real concerns about this?
I mean, do you really think it's James Brown's?
It's absolutely correct for James Brown. I think it's definitely his. It's definitely, everything's right for the period of being made in the 70s.
So, what's it worth?
I think with the boots and the package together, it's definitely worth $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Always a pleasure. Okay.
It was nice meeting you,
All right,
sir.
good luck. The collector's market for James Brown is fairly strong. I think it's a good collectible. It's worth having.
So what's your best price?
Warwick basically confirmed what I thought the value to be. $2,500, you sell it for $5,000.
Well, not exactly. I mean, this has to be displayed. This has to be, a frame has to be made, and on a suit like this, it's gonna cost me $500. So, I think more than fair is $2,000. I'll make anywhere between $500 and $3,000. That's the weirdness of my business.
Well, $2,250.
Okay. I'll give you $2,100. That's what I could do. I will give you $2,100. Thanks, man. Chum, write them up.
All right, I'll meet you right over there.
Well, the $2,100 is going to come in really handy, and it's nice to know that I'm not going home empty-handed.
What do you got?
What I have here is Colonel Sanders' suit.
Colonel Sanders' suit.
Colonel Sanders' suit.
It's gotta be. It smells like chicken.
I came to the pawn shop today to see if I could sell Colonel Sanders' suit. I got this suit when I purchased a house which was owned by Colonel Sanders, and I bought the contents of the house, which had some furniture as well as his suit. I'm hoping to sell this for between $40,000 and $50,000. When he sold the company in 1964, he stayed on as an ambassador, and he traveled on behalf of KFC. He always wore the suit, and the suits were numbered and dated for him. This was the last suit given to him in terms of his contract.
How old was he when he died?
He was born in 1890, and he died in 1980. He was 90 years old.
He's an interesting guy. I always loved KFC. I was like raised on the stuff.
We ate Kentucky Fried Chicken at least once a week when the kids was growing up.
I love the Colonel. He was working at a crappy gas station in Kentucky, and one day he said, let's sell some chicken. Before he knew it, he was an American icon. Talk about cooking up some damn fine chicken. Did you want to pawn it? Did you want to sell it?
I'd like to sell it. So I brought proof of my ownership of the contents of the house.
Okay. What were you looking to get out of it?
The last suit is sold in an auction for $80,000. I truly believe that the suit should be worth $40,000 to $50,000.
I mean, this is my quandary with it. You got all the proof in the world that it was Colonel Sanders. The problem is figuring out how to market something like this. It's really tough. I mean, it's a really, really specialized crowd.
There are, thousands of franchises around the world. They're opening 2 KFC franchises in China a week right now.
I understand that, but it's too much of a risk. I would be too afraid to buy it. I'm glad you brought it in, but it's one of those things I'm not going to make an offer on because I have no idea what I'm going to get out of it.
And I appreciate your help. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.
This thing is awesome, and I'm sure it could be worth $40,000 to the right collector, but that person would have to love KFC. To everyone else, it's neat, but it's not 40 grand neat. Hey, what can I help you with?
I've got a Paul Newman race suit, worn and signed by him.
That's neat.
He wasn't known for racing. He's known for salad dressing.
I decided to come down to the pawn shop today to try to sell my autographed Paul Newman race suit. I think the suit itself is worth $10,000 just because of the rarity, and I think somebody would be crazy not to buy it for $10,000.
So where'd you get it?
A charity event in Denver.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Paul Newman was a neat guy. He started the dressings and everything else like that for different charities. The guy gave hundreds of millions of dollars over the years to charity.
A lot.
Paul Newman was a great actor. You know, the Hustler, Cool Hand Luke, the list just goes on.
Everyone's seen Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Paul Newman was an icon. As an actor, he was a huge star, but he was also a director, a humanitarian, and even a race car driver. Yeah, the movie that got him interested in racing was Winning. They sent him to a race car driving school, and he realized, hey, I'm pretty good at this, and started racing after that. He actually raced in Vegas when they had the Grand Prix here. I mean, the cool thing is this had to have been the suit he wore when he raced the Baja 1000. This wasn't a regular car race. This was an off-road race, which he didn't do a lot of. There's like no paperwork or pictures of him signing it or anything like that?
No. What I do know is that Paul Newman rarely signed his race suits. And I didn't even know this. I've owned this suit for 5 years. And I opened this up. He also initialed the inside of the suit that he wore.
Oh, that's cool. Paul Newman is famous as one of those guys who refused to sign autographs. So anything with his autograph on it is that much more collectible. So what do you want to do with this?
Sell it.
How much you want for it?
$10,000.
No way.
I mean, seriously, how much did you want for it?
$10,000.
Normally, I'd have no problem selling this to a collector of racing or Hollywood memorabilia. But this guy wants 3 or 4 times what I'd probably get for it. If I can't have him come down to earth on his price, there's no point in even having this thing checked out. His signed racing suits go for a lot less money.
Like how much less?
Like $3,000. So we are way, way off. If you're willing to take a reasonable number, I'll get someone in here, get this signature authenticated and everything else.
I'll look into a reasonable number.
Okay. I got a buddy named Drew. He's like the best in the business. Let me get him down here to look at the autograph. Just make sure everything's legit, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
I'll
great.
be right back.
Okay. I was really surprised about his reaction when I asked for $10,000, so I can't wait to see what the expert has to say.
This is the suit I called you about.
Okay.
Signed by Paul Newman, supposedly.
Well, Paul Newman should be interesting. As you know, he had the most amazing life. You know, he was also in the Navy. He graduated from Yale. Of course, he's won the Academy Award. All those big-time movies. Paul Newman was probably one of the greatest actors of all time, but he was much more than that. He was a businessman, race car driver, just an amazing guy. Did they give you any paperwork at the auction, or?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Okay. Paul Newman's signature can be very difficult to authenticate. It tends to be all over the place, so let's see what we have. Well, one thing, Paul Newman's signature is very consistent with regard to the first name. The shape of the capital P is usually pretty consistent with Paul Newman's signature, and that's in line what we want to see. The AU, normally you can read the capital N in his signatures, but again, such a variance to his signature. Don't recognize this particular pattern here at the N. And we have a break at our pen lift in the last flourish. Don't remember seeing that before in his signature. Guys, I gotta tell you something. I just can't authenticate this. I'm not saying this is a forgery, but I'm saying I can't authenticate it. For a person's signature, they have to have a very consistent pattern so that we can identify it. But in his case, his last name especially is all over the place. So if I can't identify it, I can't say it's real. If this thing is real, I'd say it could be worth $2,000, $3,000.
Okay. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir. Hey. We'll see you again. For a signature to be authenticatable, it has to be consistent. And Paul Newman's signature is kind of all over the place, especially the last name. So if there's no consistency, you can't make an identification.
I'd love to have it, but when I sell something, I got to guarantee it. The way it is right now, all I have is your word.
And we don't take that.
All right. Okay? Okay. Thanks for bringing it in. I'm really bummed that Drew couldn't verify the signature on this piece because it would have been a really cool item for the shop. But whenever there's a question about the authenticity of an item, it's always better to be safe than sorry.